These notes are from the beginning of section 6.2. We're going to start by solving a system that has no solution. In your notes it says, or on the computer it'll say to solve it by Gaussian elimination, but we're just going to use our calculator to do it. So first thing is, there's a shortcut method if you have the new operating system on your calculator. If not, you're going to have to store the function. So let's go store the matrix. So let's go over how to store a matrix. We're going to hit second and the inverse X button, which is right below math, and that pulls up our matrix menu. Now you'll notice at the top and the left it says names, and it's named for us a bunch of different matrix, A, B, C, D, etc. Then it says math, these are the calculations you can do with your matrix, and then over on the far right it says edit. And that's what we want to do. We want to edit our matrix. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Now I am going to store this in matrix A, so I'm going to hit enter. And this matrix that I'm looking at, if I'm using this system, it's a 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're plugging in an augmented matrix. So it's a 3 by 4. So I'm going to type in 3 by 4, and it pulls up this matrix for me. Now mine's already got numbers in it, but you can just type over what's already in there. So I'm going to type in my coefficients. So this would be 1, and I can hit enter and it'll jump to the right. -1, -2, and then 2, 2, -3, 6, and then 5, and then 3, -4, 4, and 12. So now I've put all of my numbers in my matrix. So these numbers that were in my system are now in my matrix. Now I'm going to have to get out of this editing menu, so I'm going to hit second and quit. Or second mode is quit. That takes me back to a regular screen. Now I want this to solve this matrix for me. So now I'm going to hit second and my matrix menu again, so the X inverse button. This time I'm going to go over to math. Now it pulls up a menu of lots of different things that my calculator will do. I'm going to arrow all the way down to B, which says RREF. Not REF, but RREF. And that's reduced row echelon form. That's going to get me a solution. I hit enter, and that puts that on my home screen. Now I need to put in matrix A, because that's what I stored. So I'm going to hit second and matrix. And now these are just the names of those matrices. And you can see right there, this my 3 by 4 that was stored in A. That's the one I want to RREF. So I've plugged that in, and now I'll hit enter. And it pulls up this matrix for me. Now, if you'll notice, this bottom row should have a 1 right here in this spot, and it instead has a 0. Remember, my form should be 1s on a diagonal, but I have a 0. So this last place is telling me 0 equals 1. And we know that 0 does not equal 1. That is because this has no solution. Anytime you get a bottom row, so if the bottom row is ever zeros and a number, it doesn't have to be a 1, but a 0, but a number here in this category, it's always no solution.